Yay! So we are now in the rules for derivatives, particularly ang product rule. So this is part 1 of 3 of the not so basic rules for derivatives. So let's see what really are the basic rules, no? Originally, there are 8, but these 5 ones, tauhay lang ni sila. So, paagyantan lang sila gamay. So, ano gini sila kada isa? Now, constant rule just means that the derivative of, let's say, y equals 4, di ang 4 mo daan constant na siya. Ang iyasin na nga derivative, 0. That is the constant rule. The derivative of 356 is still 0 because 356 is a constant number. Okay? That's it. Okay, so let's move to the second one. Constant multiple rule. So it just says here that mera kasang C ni O. C is the constant, di ba? And you have f of x right here. F of x is, it's, what do you call that? It's a function. Okay, so what happens is, ang imo nga C, mahimo siya nga multiplier, magiging tawag ng constant rule, and then you're going to have to look for the derivative of the function. So, for example, what is the derivative of 4x? Okay, so you should know nga out of the constant multiple rule, ang aton sini nga function is, or ang aton sini nga derivative is now 4, no? Times the derivative of x, which is actually just 1. Okay? And this gives us 4 as the derivative of 4x. Same goes with y equals 3x. So, ang iyasin nga derivative is 3, constant mo multiplier, and then ang derivative ni x is just 1. So, you have 3. Okay. So, that is for the constant multiple rule. And next, power rule. So, maybe favorite nyo na. Okay, this just shows that if your function is raised to a certain exponent, so ariyo x raised to n, ang matabo sinang exponent, mahimo siya multiplier, and then ang new exponent sa imo nga imo nga variable is n minus 1. So, basically saying y equals x squared, ang derivative niya sini is, so si 2 manaog, you have x, and then that's 2 minus 1 according to the rule. So, y prime or the derivative of x squared is just 2x. May 1 na day, but there's no need to write that, di ba? Okay. Another, y is equal to x cube. This just tells us that y prime or the derivative is 3 manaog, copy x, 3 minus 1, 2, 3x squared, di ba? Okay, para may gamay nga thrill, let's put here the constant multiple rule as well. What is the derivative of y 4x cubed? Okay, what's the derivative of y equals 4x cubed? So, according sa aton constant multiple rule, ang aton nga y prime is 4 times the derivative of x cubed, which is 3x squared, no? So, finally, ang aton nga derivative for 4x cubed is, 12x squared. So, yep. Get these answers. Okay. So, yep. As for the sum and difference rule, they are basically the same person. Lain lang ang sign sa tunga nila. So, sa sum yati plus, ang sa difference di iya minus. So, example, y is equal to 4x squared plus 8x. What's the derivative of this? So, we are going to use multiple rules this time. You have constant multiple rule and power rule for this first term. That's 4 times 2x. And then using the sum rule, plus kade. And then 8x is just 8 times 1. So, y prime, therefore, is 8x plus 8. Amo na siya ang derivative sininiya. Okay. So, ang natabo lang sa sum rule, it just says nga the derivative of a certain function na may 2 or more terms nga gin-add, ipang-add mo man. So, ang derivative dyan sa isa ka function, isa ka term, plus ang derivative naman sa isa pagid ka term, do kakapoy lang siya balahaw. So, don't really take that seriously, honestly. Just go ahead and derive each of the terms. The same goes for this example. What if y is equal to 3x cubed minus 5x? O para sa dya, plus 8. O. Okay, the derivative of this is, so 3x cubed, so that's 3 times 3x. And then squared minus 5, ang derivatives ng x is 1, plus, using the constant rule, the derivative of 8 is just 0. Okay. Finally, you have y prime equals 9x squared minus 5. Okay. So see, you don't really have to think about the difference rule or sum rule or whatever. Just derive each of them according to these rules up here. Ining tatlo, though mas importante ni sila. Meanwhile, sum and difference rule, do ka common sense ng style. Okay. So I think you have been informed about these 5 rules. Ma-proceed na ta sa atong ginatuyo. Again, we really want to talk about the product rule. Okay. Oops. Example na yun. So, product rule. It just states here that if you are looking at two functions multiplied to each other, no? So, d of dx ang f of x times g of x, ang himuon mo is, as you can see, f of x is as is times g of x, pero mayara sa apostrophe, so derived na sa. Plus, si g of x naman naton as is lang, times, ang aton sining f of x, kung makita mo, naka-parenthesis man. So, therefore, ina siya is derived. Okay. Kakapoy paminsaron, pero base na dumduman nyo sa inyo nga past life, ang f of x is u, we call that u. G of x, we call that v. And then, base na dumduman nyo si u dv plus v du. Right? That is the essence of the product rules. Siya ni si u dv plus v du. So, what this means, may dalong pa rin siya meaning nga base na hatag sa inyo, but para hapos itindihon, ang isa ka term or isa ka parts ng imong function, that's u, the other is v, and then paano mo na pangitawon yung derivative, that's u derive v plus v derive u. Okay. Para ulo at hagpagid, example So, example number 1. Y equals 2x cubed minus 5 times x to the 4th plus 3x. Okay. Anong derivative sini? Honestly, you have the option to FOIL. So, pwede mo niya ma-FOIL. Laba-laba ka na dayon nga function or equation. Gusto na mo na i-derive mo. But, may product rule lang kayo. Tapos lang siya, okay? Change color ta para sa dya. Let's call this U and this one V. Okay. According sa product rule, ang aton sining derivative is U. So, copy mo lang si U, derive V. So, ang derive V naton, that's x to the 4th. Ang derivative sina, 4x cubed plus 3. So, here you can see this is U derive V. Okay? Plus, V du naman ang sunod. So, let's just copy V. Okay? Derive U. So, ang derive U naton, si 2x cubed, that is 6x. And then, 5 is a constant. So, 0 lang man. No need to write. And that is du. So, U dv plus V du. Okay. Kung di pag-iatag sa pagid, y equals x cubed plus 6x times 3x squared plus 2. Okay. So, ano ang iya sining derivative? So, as you can see, you have two functions here multiplied to each other. So, y prime equals u. X cubed plus 6x. Derive v. So, 3x squared ang derivative na is 6x. And 2 is just a constant, so as is lang. So, here you have u. Here you have derive v or u dv. Utang ko lang du Utang ko lang dv. Plus, v is 3x squared. So, this is v. And then du is 3x squared plus 6. Okay. So, u dv plus v du. Utang ko plus para hindi ka malipad. Ang mga Japon, u dv plus v du. Okay. If you want more, then we have more. Okay. Another example. So this is example number 3. Okay. Y is equal to x squared minus 1 times x cubed plus x. Okay. So, pagkakita nyo sini, agay, may ala, kita dua ka functions, may parentheses, so nag-multiply kita sina product rule. Call this u, call this v, okay? And y prime is actually u, so copy tayo c, x squared minus 1, dv, so derive v, 3x squared plus 1, plus, so butang ko diya, u dv, plus, ang v naton, capital lang, x cubed plus x, so v ni siya, and derive u, so you have 2x. So, u dv plus v du. Okay. So, amo na guys ha, i-bantayan nyo gipirmi inyo nga function ara sa sulod sa parenthesis, which just means nga ang ini siya is product rule. So, let's say, makita nyo, biyang mo niyo, example lang niya, x squared plus 3x minus 1. So, naka-parenthesis sa tuod. So, may minus naman. So, 3x plus 4. Muna blah. May minus siya sa to nga. Wala sila nag-multiply. Nag-subtract lang na siya. Ang matapos niya, ma-distribute ka lang sa negative sign diriho. Okay? So, that's a different story. Dapat kay chindigig ka mo sang math. Okay? Like I said earlier, it's quite easy to foil these as well kay binomial lang man mo. Pero makita nyo gid ang pulos ng product rule kung malaba-laba na ang aton nga mga terms or functions. So example, 3x squared plus 2x minus 4 times siguro x cubed plus x squared minus x. Example lang eh. Kung ini siya, i-distributive mo, kalaba sang imo nga hilimuon, di ba? Pero kung kabalo ka sa product rule, y prime. So, you know this is u, you know this is v. So, u, 3x squared plus 2x minus 4, dv, derive v, 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. So, this is u, dv, plus, ang v mo naman, x cubed plus x squared minus x. Okay, so that's v derive u. So 6x plus 2. See 4 constant, so no need. Okay. And these are the final answers using the product rule. Now, Miss, do I need to simplify this further for our class? No need. It's actually important for me nga makita ko ang UDV kag VDU para hapos sa chikan. Kaya kabalota nga, abot niya product rule ni. Okay? So, yep, that's it for the product rule and let's see the other rules later on.